Morning, everyone, and thank you to Catherine for that kind introduction and to everyone involved in staging today's summit and expo. Catherine, you're right, it's the second anniversary today of that first national lockdown, where in this borough alone we lost over 1,100 lives. And after the most difficult 2 years for our nation as a whole, not least for our hard-working and ingenious businesses, we need to celebrate Croydon getting back to business. At the Council, we've come a long way since 2020, and I'm proud to tell you that over the past 17 months, we've made significant progress in transforming our Council for the better and tackling our financial challenges. As we approach the end of this financial year, we are projecting a small underspend, and that is a massive shift in our practice and culture and really demonstrates the changes that we've started to make on our improvement journey. Earlier this month, we set our budget for next year, and despite all the difficult decisions that we've made to live within our means, our budget next year protects local services. It keeps every library, every children's centre open, protects our youth services, protects our domestic violence services, and does more for carers and children with special educational needs. Together with the Appointments Committee, which I chair, I've also just completed the appointments for the top corporate directors at the Council who will work to our Chief Executive, all set to provide Croydon's first elected mayor with the very best advice, all part of the improvement that we desperately needed to make as an organisation. Looking beyond the Council's recovery to the borough's recovery, leaders across private, voluntary and public sectors work together through our local strategic partnership, and we worked really closely as Croydon responded to the pandemic. And as we've emerged from the heat of that period, we've been working on a recovery plan for the borough, focused on our economic recovery, on our health recovery and recovery for our communities. We want our communities right across the borough to be able to enjoy Croydon, to play an active role in their community, to have access to the connectivity and the digital skills that we need, to have access to the best jobs here in the borough, and to benefit from the best physical and mental health so that everyone in Croydon can lead happy and healthy lives. And as we look to Croydon being the Mayor of London's Borough of Culture for 2023, now less than a year away, we have a massive opportunity ahead of us in this borough. Winning that opportunity was always an important milestone for Croydon, but now, following the pandemic, and for those of us involved in the recovery of the Council, that is the case now more than ever. Our Borough of Culture celebrations will be a once-in-a-generation opportunity to celebrate Croydon and everything and everyone that we are, showcasing our communities and our talent and our ingenuity to the rest of London and offering ourselves as a destination, not just for our communities here in the borough, but to all Londoners. At Cabinet this week, we heard from Carolyn Forsyth, Executive Director and Joint Chief Executive at Cllr, the nation's leading black theatre company whose home is at Fairfield Halls, and from Dan Winder, the Venue Director at Stanley Arts. And they were talking about their vision for next year. They'll be playing a leading role alongside our cultural sector in that Borough of Culture. And they both talked about the fundamental and driving principle of the vast diversity within and across our borough and what that will bring to this year-long set of celebrations. They talked about the important legacy for our creative industries here in Croydon that year will build, so that what we experience next year doesn't end with the conclusion of that year, but only grows, amplifies and magnifies as a result of the Borough of Culture year. And they also reflected on the economic opportunity that the Borough of Culture will offer us right across Croydon. This administration has always sought to invest in our creative industries, not just in the importance of itself, but also for what it can mean for our place and for our economy. And I hope all of you will be able to play a part in those preparations. So today's event, clearly it's a great opportunity to celebrate the future for our borough, and I really hope you will get the chance to make the most of the day, to meet one another and network, and that we get a chance to benefit from all that you bring to our borough. So just thank you again to everyone in the Council, in White Label, and everybody who's been involved in today's event, and I just wish everybody well for the rest of the day. Thank you.